What's up, guys? So, pretty nice video today. It's gonna be just a pack opening. I finally got my 2021 tin of Ancient Battles. Yeah, so I bought a case or two, which is quite nice, and hopefully we can see some good pulls. Yeah. So what am I looking for? I'm mainly looking for dogmatic stuff, to be honest. Yeah, I've been wanting to get it since Rise of the Duelist. And so I'd say those are probably my main wants from this, but other than that, I mean, a crossout would be cool, just because it's the chase card and it's pretty important in the meta. But I don't really play, I tend to play like these blind second crazy decks, so a lot of times a card like that isn't as good for me. But yeah, crossout would be cool. Other than crossout, what would be nice? Perhaps Beast King Alphas. I'm looking for those as well. But really, to be honest, just Dogmatica stuff. If I can pull a playset or close to a playset of all the Dogmatica cards, even the crappy ones, because I actually like pure Dogmatica as well. If you guys saw the Dogmatica build I did really early on my channel, that was using all the Dogmaticas in Secret Village. But yeah, even the crappy ones, if I can pull a playset of all of those, I think I'll be pretty happy. But yeah, let's get into those first three tins. Before I start as well, another thing, guys, I'm going to be doing some giveaways of these really awesome cards soon. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on those giveaways. But yeah, let's start. So what are the big cards? I'm not really bothered about too many of the commons in this, but yeah, Titanicider, Sea Squadder, and I've got a Gearsu already. And wow, this is already it's already looking pretty good. So Gearsuit and Nadir Servant in the first pack already. That's pretty insane. And the secret is Raviel. I mean, yeah, I'm not too bothered about him, to be honest. So we can just move him to the side. I'm also sorry that you can see the legs of my tripod in this. I was a bit too excited when the cards came, so I thought, let me just let me get the recording done straight away. But yeah, Nadir Servant and Gearsuit to start off. So I actually picked up a playset of secret Gearsuits already, which is kind of funny. But in spite of that, it's nice to have another one, I guess. It means I can get rid of my expensive ones. But yeah, let's move on. So we've got Adamancipator Slimes. We've got another Shen, which is huge. And oh my gosh, I mean, I need to do this more dramatic because this box is already it's already looking quite nutty. Yeah, so look, I didn't do that one well. Yeah, don't worry. The next one, I'll make it look special. But this is insane. So I pulled a Shen, a Zeus, a Shuraig, and an Ecclesia. I mean, guys, this is nutty. My luck is already feeling good. I don't know if I can even call it luck at this stage. It's just a good pack. It's just a good set in general. But yeah, this is looking really good. So let's move on to the next tin. And so Ravenous, this is one of the interesting ones that came common because this is actually a really good card. So the fact that it's common now is awesome. But yeah, let's move on. So we've got Infernoble Arms, Joyous, Lingaribo, that's interesting, Earth Charmer, Ariel is really cool, and then Revolt as the secret, so that's another great one to have. This is just going to be a value card. I have no interest in ever playing Tri-Brigades, but just as a high value card, yeah, Revolt is really interesting to see. I think it's special. And so, look, guys, if you don't like the way I'm organizing my cards, look, you just have to accept it and deal with it. I'm organizing it in the way that's value to me. So yes, I know that I've put the Tri-Brigade cards and one of them is secret, one of them is not, but it's because they're not that valuable to me. But I'm actually really happy with how this set has gone, to be honest. This is some pretty good pulls. So another Infernoble card, which is nice. An Area the Water Charmer. That's kind of cool. Win the Wind Channeler and Piercing the Darkness. So yeah, I mean, one of the things about these Channeler cards, I will admit though, is their artwork does look awesome. And in Prismatic, I think these are some of the best looking Prismatic cards. I mean, look at that. It's just quite awesome. But yeah, and these Blue Eyes, I think, is this the Dark Magician one? Yeah, this is a Dark Magician card. These Dark Magician cards are interesting. I do actually like the support, even though I wouldn't play Dark Magician like competitively or anything. I like the way that they've given them cards that are actually relevant for playing the game. Yeah, a lot of the Dark Magician cards before, I feel like, punished you for playing the deck, whereas now I think it's not as bad. Right, let me do this one right side up. I'm opening them upside down for you guys, which isn't ideal. But yeah, so let's move on. So another Titanicider, which is kind of cool. Alumeris, which is nice. Virtual World Kirin Lili, which is really awesome because I need to rarity bump all my virtual worlds. And I've pulled an Alpha Master of Beasts, which is epic. I really like this card. I've definitely been looking for him to be going in my going second builds. As you guys know, I'm into them going second decks. And a Secret Lao Lao. I mean, okay, you know what? Screw the channelers. This looks way better. What the flip? This Lao Lao looks insane. And normally, I'm the kind of person who just gets the lowest rarity stuff in my decks, but let me just look at this Lao Lao again. What the flip? This looks so insanely sick. Yeah, this is definitely going to be going straight into my Virtual World deck. He looks so good. And I really like a Virtual World as well. It adds to the thematic, because obviously Virtual World, they're meant to be like kind of this techie kind of archetype. And I like that kind of the prismatic secret on that. It looks really, really cool. But yeah, let's move on. So, got some more crappy cards. Okay, so you've got Ling Reaver and Noctivision, which not relevant, but nice to have. So a Revolution Dragon, which is really, really awesome. I'm sorry. Look, my showmanship, this is my first pack opening in case you guys can't tell. So I'm not doing it with all the showmanship of Team Sam and them, but still. Okay, pulled a Revolution Dragon. Revolution Dragon's really, really good, to be honest. I love what it is. And this card, I think, is just a great card in general. We just haven't had a deck that can abuse it yet. And a Fleur de Lis, which is lovely to have. So I'm going to put that here as well. And then Cellar. So this card is interesting. I don't know what it's meant to do. So you can normal summon set with this attribute in. Its attack becomes blah, blah. During the main phase, target a monster they control with less attack. Return this to hand and take. So it's like a slow mind control. I feel like there'll be some sort of value in this card somewhere. I just don't know where to use it. But yeah, interesting to see. And then we get a Virtual World Shell Jar, which is quite cool as well. Another one. I can't like the Virtual Worlds that they made just rare. I'm not impressed. I think I'm happy with the secrets. I'm happy with the ultras and stuff. But I think making a Virtual World card just rare. We already had low rarity Virtual World cards. We don't need more. So that's a bit annoying. But yeah, whatever. It's nice to have anyway. Right, so let's move on the cards. So we've got the commons out of the way. We've got Melfi of the Forest, Hauteclair, AI Contact, another Alpha, which is really, really awesome. Parallel Exceed. So this is another good value card just to have because it's just a good card in the game. So I'm going to keep that to the side there as well. Actually, I'm going to keep with the Tri-Brigade stuff. This is the stuff that is valuable, but not the best in the world. Still haven't seen the talents. Still haven't seen a cross out. But still, I would definitely say that so far this pack has been nice. This case has been nice. I've opened 3 and I've gotten quite a lot of value out of it. So let's move on. Right, so put these to the side. Another Scarecrow, another great Shen-Shen. So it's nice to see another Shen-Shen. Even though I've got Virtual stuff already, it's nice to have Shen-Shen because it's just a good valuable card. Revolution Dragon is quite cool. Dragite is another one that's quite nice. Adamanticators do get a lot of reprints in this, and it's definitely going to make them a lot cheaper and a lot easier to build. And Metal Cruncher, so this is a really good reprint. And guys, look, I mentioned Earth Machine in my budget deck list, and this card being reprinted is definitely really awesome for that archetype because this is probably one of the only expensive cards left in the archetype. So it's definitely good to see this now. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot more Earth Machine players, I think, because it's a perfect deck for you budget guys. And I also got Long Long, so let's put Long Long down there. Long Long's weird because the main issue with it is just that it's basically like a worse version of Photon Strike Bouncer in that it only affects cards on the field pretty much, which kind of sucks. Well, it's not that, but your opponent needs to have a card on the field for it to be relevant, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, it is interesting that Virtual World does have that card there. I remember when it was announced, we thought a lot more of it, but definitely didn't live up to the hype. But yeah, let's start. So we've got Fiendish Portrait and Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow. Another Lily, which is really great. So hopefully I get a full playset of that. Another Ariel and a Shizm. Wow, this is flipping great. I mean, this is quite nice. This is another card actually. I didn't mention it, but I've needed this card for ages. So I did play Shadows a lot before. And having Shizm is definitely going to be really, really awesome. It's definitely a card I would say that you need to take your Shadow builds to the next level. And it goes really well with Dogmatica in general because it just allows your Dogmatica builds to take advantage of that, you know, just dump a window on your opponent's board without having to play a million Shadow cards. So that's really great. But yeah, let's get those next 3 hidden open. So what I think I'm going to do is I might serialize this. I might make it a couple different videos. Just because I don't think it will be, I don't know, maybe some of you guys want to watch me open like 6 cases, but I think that's a bit too long. So maybe I'll just open the half of one, or maybe one, and then I'll do another video with it. So this is the third tin as well, another tin. I probably should have pre-opened these tins as well. I'm learning, guys, don't worry, I'm learning. In the future, I'll open all the tins before, or at least get the plastic wrap off all the tins before, and then afterwards, afterwards it'll just be me opening up these boxes and spreading out the packs. But yeah, so far we've had a pretty good haul. So yeah, I mean, we still haven't got a cross out. Got one Nadir Servant, one Ecclesia, so we are looking for more. And I still need Triple Tactics Talent as well, actually. Triple Tactics Talent is actually probably another card I didn't mention, but being a bit careless here. But I definitely am looking for another Triple Tactics Talent. That is going to be pretty awesome to have. But yeah, so let's get a bit more space going. I'm just going to move everything to the side and let's open the next 9 packs. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, what packs are you guys? What cards are you guys really looking for in this set? Different people are looking for different things. I know Ignista cards, a lot of them have been reprinted. So I know a lot of people are going to be looking for some Ignista cards because that's definitely an okay strategy to try. Now, Thunderhand, this card, I mean, it's not good, but it really does bring me back. I remember the days when Ice and Fire Hands were pretty nutty, floating between them. But okay, so you get a crappy Dogmatica Adin. He's not doing much, but still interesting to see. We've got a Tri-Brigade Keras. So Keras is a really interesting one. Another Tri-Brigade card, which is going to be nice, definitely to drop to those Tri-Brigade players. And a Ferrigate, so this is another great card. I mean, with this, I have got most of the Tri-Brigade cards as well if I decided to play that deck. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I like Revolt, but that's pretty much the only part of the deck that I like. Everything else is a bit too boring for me. But yeah, let's move on to the next pack and let's see what we can get. Yeah, I have to be really careful as I'm opening these. I feel like I'm gonna pull a cross out and then I'm gonna bend it up because I'm being a bit careless of how I'm opening these. Yeah, right. So another Tri-Brigade card, and we've got Nerval this time, which is cool. So Nerval can go here. We've got Leonite. Leonite is also a pretty cool card if I want to build an Emancipators, and then another Machina Metal Cruncher. I mean, these Prismatic Secrets really do look epic. Yeah, they definitely do have kind of a bit of a flair to them. And then we've got the Fan as well. But that's another thing about Virtual. Like, I like decks that basically can out any card in Archetype, and that's one of the things I like about Virtual World. With the exception of well, like unaffected cards, which I feel like you don't have to count them. You can out any card pretty much with a Virtual World engine, which is like, I really like it. And that's how I feel like decks should be built. You should be able to build to out most cards with it. And yeah, I didn't do any finesse for that, but we've got the first Crossout Designator. Woo! This card, it looks crappy to me. I don't like it that much, but I know it's worth money. So it's worth money, so that's the only reason I really care about the Crossout. But let's put that right here. The money card is there. Yeah, I should have put the flipping $6 million man up as that came out. And then we've got a Gate of the Magical Night Dragons and also the Earth Charmer. So yeah, quite interesting. Let's move on. Right, now this is a good sign though, because I mean, I'm halfway through one tin. I've already poured an insane amount of value, so this is actually going quite well, to be honest. Right, so some more cards. Acrobat and XYZ Dragons. I didn't have this already, and it's not super expensive, but I am really happy to see it, to be honest. Yeah, I did need that card. And then Opening of the Spirit Gates. So Opening of the Spirit Gates is also another cool card. I do want this engine. I think it's a great engine. I think it has a lot of potential. We're just not seeing it enough because it is a bit of kind of like Nibiru bait and stuff. But definitely good to see that. And another Schism. Whew! 2 Schisms already. What's great about that card as well is that having multiples, you definitely don't need multiples. So I definitely am going to be offloading those extra ones. But yeah, and then another Qinglong. I mean, we already had Qinglong as a super, so that doesn't really much. And it just came out in ATS. I think like Konami did take the piss a bit with some of the Virtual World cards because it's like they're already cheap. They're coming out in the ATS, and then you gave them low rarity reprints. I mean, I would have rather they just made them all high rarity ones. I don't think you should ever, there'd be a secret that isn't worth money, basically. If you have secret stuff that's worth money, it's not good. So there's some cards that just shouldn't have been there. Now, Drytron, so when Virtual World and Drytron came out, I actually loved Drytron. Drytron and Virtual World, I love both decks. But I just never bothered playing Drytron because it was just too expensive with the Diviners and stuff. I didn't feel like spending that much cash on one deck. But yeah, it's definitely nice to get some of the things here. I think the main expensive cards in Drytron, I think, are the Field Spell and the Ritual Spell, unfortunately, though. So it doesn't really change much in terms of building that deck. Deep Sea Aria. This is actually a really, really good card. I think Mermail's in like Mermail/Water, that whole strategy is a good strategy. It's just a little bit worse than Drytron at the moment. It doesn't do the same things. You're not getting Infinity Negates, you're just hand looping your opponent, which is kind of cool. Another Water Charmer, which is cool. Another Raptite, and then we've got the Prismatic Secret Constructs. I think this is the first secret printing for Construct, which is really, really cool, and that does look great. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade my Construct or not though, because I actually prefer the alternate art Construct. But yeah, it is still cool to see that. Now let's move on. So we've got the one designator so far, So we're looking quite good so far. My rubbish is leaking into the camera. Right, so let's go forward. So we've got Analyzer. Analyzer is actually a good card again. This is another one of them Adamantipated starters. I've slipped, so you guys have seen what's coming next. Magical Hound. I mean, I don't know what this card is meant to do, but it's not relevant to anyone's life. Beast King Barbaros. So this card is actually quite cool. It's a retrain of the original one, which is, so yeah, it's not Beast King, it's King Beast, but it's cool just in terms of lore. It has a retrain of the original one. So yeah, this is quite interesting to have a new version of. We've got the GG and a playset now of that Metal Cruncher, so that's going to be really, really awesome. I think I might have to build Earth Machine, guys, because I think Urgent Schedule is probably the only other card that I'm going to be looking for in Earth Machine. Everything else I should have by now. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, and I can't lie, my hands are already getting tired, guys. My hands are already getting tired. But I'm just going to make it a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, so you guys can see all of my pulls, so don't worry, and I'll upload them at the same time, so I'm not mocking it. But yeah, right, so let's get rid of these ones. We've got Heavy Forward. So this card is cool again for Earth Machines. It's just nice to have that searcher. Definitely a good card. It just searches an Infinitrack. There's really nothing wrong with it. Its second effect is relevant, but it's still interesting to have. We've got a Turn Trooper, not relevant. We've got another Leedy. I'm actually really happy about that because now my Leedies are all in. This is Super Ultra, I don't know what you call it, but it's the shiny one. It's the shiny one. Yeah, and then another Aerial. Now Aerial was already a shiny one as well. I think Super Ultra. You guys need to tell me in the comments and then after me that I don't know what rarities are. But yeah, it's nice to get Aerial. And then we get the Zeta in Secret, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Drytron cards, the Drytron thematic I think is really, really awesome. Definitely an interesting one. And then Union Driver, I mean that's a common, but whatever. Right, so last 2 packs for this part of the video. Let's go. Alright guys, what are we hoping for? Right, so I'm gonna try and join the Team Samurai Cocaine Gang, and I'm not gonna be sniffing my cards. Sorry, I'm not done. Right, so Rose Girl, Zebroid X, Black Dragonite Ignista. I mean, I'm showing the cards already. I don't know how you guys do this when you only show 1 card at a time. We've got Gamma Eltonin, which is quite cool. Melfi of the Forest, AI Contact, and another Alpha. I'm so happy. So I've got a playset of Alphas already, which is beautiful because I really wanted a playset of this. Adamantipated Signs. I don't know if this card was expensive or not, but I guess it's cool to have. It's a secret printing. I don't know. This is definitely going to be sold by me probably. I don't see myself playing Adamantipated. And another Virtual World Jar Jar. So again, yeah, I think actually Jar Jar was already in rare if I'm not mistaken. I think the extra ones apart from Chen Chen were all already rare. And the main decks were mostly commons, apart from Lulu maybe, which is Ultra. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So a bit interesting. I don't know why they would really reprint it, but as you guys have heard me say already, I'm not that impressed with that. I'm happy with the reprints virtual, but I'm not super happy. So we've got a Iron Claw, the Rumor Dropper, Red Rain, Rainbow Zoo, Tie Strike. Okay, so we've got a Seeker. That's another Adamantipated card, which is quite cool. Armory Cool. Okay. Oh, Torn Scales. Torn Scales is a really, really nice one to have to be onto PK. This is another one that's gonna make. I think PK now is definitely a budget deck. And now I didn't put PK on my budget list, and I explained that. Essentially, the problem is I'm not sure exactly where this card will settle, but it shouldn't be more than I'd say about £8 to £10 max. Yeah, hopefully less than that. So it's really nice to see Torn Scales because Phantom Knights is such an interesting combo deck. Yep, so we've got the Torn Scale, we've got the Dogmatica Nexus. So no one plays this card, but it is really cool looking. I think it's got some of the best artwork in the Dogmatica archetype. It just looks so epic. But yeah, Dogmatica Nexus, we've got one of those. And then Dragon Maid Shear. So I know this card is actually quite good in Dragon Maids. I don't know if they are still playing it in the Dragon Link builds. I know they were playing it before, but this is an interesting card. Definitely going to be quite nice to get rid of this. But yeah, so that was the last one. And then yeah, Emancipator Friends. So yeah, guys, part 1. Part 2 is going to be coming up soon. Talk to you all later.